KFAN welcomes some great shows to Mystic Lake Amphitheater. John Mellencamp will be there July 14th. Chris Stapleton on July 29th and 30th. And Guns N' Roses will be there August 8th. Get the complete details on all our upcoming shows on the concert page at KFAN.com. Keyword calendar.
13-14 pass. Eric in Circle Pine says, everyone says Muss is hands down the worst password player. I think it's a lot closer race than that.
It's not.
The steak one is going to haunt me. I couldn't come up with another word. Stupid.
Yeah. I think you're doing a great job.
Thanks,
I
Carmen.
really do. No, I
appreciate that.
Where are we? 43, what is it?
46-23. Lil B and Kevin Fallness have 50% of what Common and Chris Schaefer have.
Thanks, mathematician.
As always, you can watch Program Password at KFAN.com/watch. Oh, thank you.
I think this is the first time the Radio Romeo and the Television Troubadour have been on the same team, right?
Television Troubadour.
I never heard of that. We're doing quite well.
Aren't we proud of ourselves?
Why did Barb just move her chair farther away from me when I said that?
Speaking of looks, you can see it at KFAN.com/watch right now, but Fallness usually comes in with like a hat on. He's got a nice little hairstyle going
Great
today.
hair.
Okay,
really
thanks for noticing.
Yeah.
Of all things to talk about.
Yeah,
It looks
great hair.
nice.
Worry about romance and troubadour.
Well, we can't talk about our score, but
No,
it's
let's
nice,
not talk
it's
about our
nice
score.
hair.
That's
Thank
some
you.
TV hair right
Yeah.
there.
Thank you.
That's good.
Thank you. I've never been told that in my life, so thank you.
Well, you just have. Did I just burp on the air?
Yeah,
I'm sorry. The Diet Coke.
That's what happens when you eat on the air.
Well, it was the Diet Coke. I don't drink many Diet Cokes anymore. It's very rare. It's a
Do you
treat
know
for
what they
me.
call, and none of you are going to know this. I just learned this. Do you know what Diet Cokes are called?
Diet Coke?
No. A fridge sig.
A fridge?
I've never heard that.
I've never heard that.
Yes.
Fridge sig.
Because like Diet Coke it's very popular.
Yeah.
You hear people say like, oh, I just want a Diet Coke.
It's
called a fridge sig.
Fridge sig. I kind of like that.
Never heard
Yeah.
that.
I rarely drink them anymore. I used to drink them three, 4 a day.
Yeah, a couple,
now
6,
it's
7
like
a day.
maybe 1 or 2 a week.
Do they call a Marlboro Light then a diet smoke?
I don't know.
I like that.
Genius.
Yes.
Diet smoke.
Now I know why you're the Television Troubadour.
There we go. Yes.
That's really good.
46-23,
Okay.
Common and Schaefer with the lead.
What's the score again?
46-23.
We got him right where we
Yeah,
want him. I'm not worried.
It's fine. Whose turn is it?
Schaefer and Lil B. Take
All
a look
right.
at that iPad,
Give me
please.
this.
The password is Sunday.
And then because we lead 46-23, you go first.
And they're going to have the option for a while.
Yeah, you're gonna because we're ahead 46-23.
Lil B, you're down 23 points because that's what, if you take 46 and you subtract 23 from it, that means you're down 23 points. You have the option. Would you like to go first or second?
Can I have his concert tickets?
5 seconds.
I'm going to try first.
All right. Lil B and Fallness for 10.
Saturday.
Night. Oh, and I know what it is. I mean, it's
Schaefer and Common for 9.
Church.
Sunday.
Yes.
oh.
I don't even know if Saturday is a legal clue because you're saying part of the word in it.
Oh, well.
No.
You know what?
No, I'm not.
The word day.
But the
Oh, the spelling was the other form of
spelling of
Sunday.
Sunday was like an ice cream sundae.
Oh,
Got it. All right.
Try me, son.
You found the loophole. Yeah, it worked out well for you.
Plus, we're not
Okay.
going to protest that one. We'll let it go. We're not going to challenge that. We'll let it go.
55-23. Common and Schaefer, you're 25 points away from a win. Common and Fallness. Take a look at the iPad. The password is picture. Fallness, you desperately need to go on a run. It's all on your back here. Carry the team. You're down 32. You have the option. You want to go first or second?
I'll go first.
All right.
Confidence.
Fallness and Lil B for 10.
Photograph.
Picture.
Yeah.
We're back.
You're back.
We're back.
All right, down 22. It's 55-33. Schaefer and Lil B. Take a look at the iPad. The password is raise. Lil B down 22. You can make it interesting here. You got the option. You want to go first or second?
first.
All right, Lil B and Fallness for 10.
Increase.
Addition.
Common and Schaefer for 9.
Lift.
Elevate.
Lil B and Fallness for 8.
Pay.
Increase. I thought you just said that too.
You already said that.
Schaefer and Common for 7.
Hand.
Raise.
Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Pay was a really good clue.
Not only was it a really good clue, he answered with something that's already been given as a clue.
I know.
62 to 33. Common and Schaefer, you're 18 points away.
I want to ask sorry. I want to ask Fallness.
Common and Fallness, take a look at the iPad.
I'm blocking her view of me.
The password is support. Fallness, you're down 29 points. You got the option. Do you want to go first or second?
I'll go first.
All right, Fallness and Lil B for 10.
Athletic.
Sports.
Common and Schaefer for 9.
Strap.
Jock.
Fallness and Lil B for 8.
Maritable. Can I say it again?
No.
I stuttered a little bit.
I have no idea what you said.
Common and Schaefer for 7.
Beam.
Support.
All right. I couldn't come up with a word.
I thought of it after I said jock strap.
I love that support was the word, and your first thought was the athletic support.
I know.
Oh, that was a good one, though.
Yeah.
It actually was. Well, because he went off, and then I went with the jock. It was perfect.
What do you call when you get divorced? Alimony. That's the word. Just move on.
I said marital.
I said marital
support.
Yeah.
It's child support.
Child support.
You sleds?
Yeah.
God.
His athletic supporter is too tight, I think. That's the
Jock.
All right, obligatory Zach Halverson tweet incoming because Common and Schaefer lead 69 to 33 over Lil B and Fallness. You're 11 points away from a win.
Not nice.
Schaefer and Lil B, take a look at the iPad. The password is action. All right, Lil B. Down 36. Time to go on a run. I know it's hard with your teammate, but try your best. You have the option. You want to go first or second?
I want the points. I'm going first.
That was a very must-like move. Lil B and Fallness for 10.
Camera.
Action.
Yeah.
There.
I was into the lights. That's better.
Yeah.
Camera. Action. Well done.
69-43, Common and Schaefer with the lead.
Because if she would have said lights, then I would have said
Camera.
Yeah.
So that's why she
Exactly.
went camera.
That was smart.
Long time, high level.
Common and Fallness, take a look at the iPad.
Come on, Fallness.
The password is pick.
Layup.
Here's your chance at a layup here, Fallness. You're down 26 points.
Come on, Fallness.
Option is yours.
Come on.
What do you want to do? You gain a little momentum here. You want to go first or second?
I'll go second.
All right, Common and Schaefer for 10.
Select.
Choose.
Fallness and Lil B for 9.
Nose.
I don't know.
Common and Schaefer for 8.
Ice.
Berg. There's no word called Berg.
Fallness
What am I
and
doing?
Lil B for 7.
Scab.
Pick. Good one.
Thank you. How about nose?
Nose pick.
Got it.
This game's
gross.
not over.
It's not over.
They're 30 points away.
You're
It's
right.
69 to 50. They can
get
get there in 3. You guys can get there in 2. So
I get it.
they could win without you guys even
I
ever
know.
getting.
Yes.
Yeah, it's 69-50.
Appreciate that.
Still Fallness on the team though. But
Well, that's true.
Guys, stop.
Schaefer and Lil B, you've got the option. The password is announcer. All right, Lil B, you can make things interesting here. You can make it a one-possession game. You're down 19. Would you like to go first or second? 5 seconds.
I'm going to try first.
All right, Lil B. Lil B and Fallness for 10.
MC.
Hammer?
That's good.
Schaefer and Common for 9.
Broadcaster.
Host. I thought for sure that was it.
Lil B and Fallness for 8.
Vox.
Microphone.
Schaefer and Common for 7.
Public.
Address.
Lil B and Fallness for 6.
Commentator.
Announcer.
It wasn't announcer said. Oh my God. See, I'm not paying close enough attention. I'm losing. I thought announcer was already said. I didn't
No.
think that was. Oh. See what I've done
I
to
love that
myself?
MC turned into Hammer.
Yeah.
Can't touch this.
Great song.
Love it.
Can't touch this.
Somehow it's only a 13-point game here. It's 69 to
Fallness.
56. Lil B and Fallness have gone on a 23-0 run. They've closed the gap.
Come on.
Common and Fallness, take a look at the iPad. The password is badge. Well, Fallness, you can make this a one-possession game here. You're down 13. You can make it interesting. What do you want to do here? You want to go first or second?
We're going to go first.
All right, Fallness and Lil B for 10.
Sheriffs?
Department.
Common and Schaefer for 9.
Chest.
Badge.
All right. Probably should have went second.
If I would have said cream, would you have known that was the album was called Badge?
Ah, that's deep.
That's very
I know the
boomer-like.
band, but that's deep.
That's very boomer.
That's very
Yeah,
boomer-like.
yeah.
All right, here's where we're at. Common and Schaefer, you have 78 points. So any correct answer, you win. Lil B and Fallness, you're at 56. You're 24 points away from a victory. So you're going to have to get at least 3 in a row here to close. Schaefer and Lil B, take a look at the iPad. The password is punk. All right, Lil B, probably going to have the option the rest of the way here. You're down 22 points. Would you like to go first or second? Five seconds.
Second.
All right, Schaefer and Common for 10 and the win.
Rocker.
Glider.
Lil B and Fallness for 9.
Stylish.
Schaefer and Common for 8.
Twerp.
Lil B and Fallness for 7.
Eastwood.
Clint.
Schaefer and Common for 6 and the win.
Ahead.
Squint.
Lil B and Fallness for 5.
Rock.
I got nothing.
Schaefer and Common for 4 and still for the win.
Go.
West.
Western?
I was thinking
No.
go Western.
Your turn to
Punk.
go ahead. Go ahead.
Go ahead, punk. What's twerp have to do with punk?
You little twerp,
Just
you little
thinking of
punk, you
different
little.
words.
Okay.
We're grasping
Punk
for
rock.
straws. That
We
was
are.
a hard word.
Yeah.
That was a hard word. Especially when you have fullness on your team.
I love
Okay.
you.
It's 70.
Now I get the
Give me
Clint
more Eastwood
stuff.
voice. That was
No,
that was
Yeah,
smoking.
that was.
I
Yeah.
get it now. Yeah.
That was awesome.
Still 78-56. Any correct answer for Common and
Come on,
Schaefer, they
Fallness.
win. Common and Fallness. Take a look at
Come
the
on,
iPad.
Fallness.
Come on, layup.
The password is split. All right, Fallness. Options on you. You're down 22.
We'll go first.
All right, Fallness and Lil B for 10.
Banana.
Split.
Yeah. Nice.
Ask and you shall receive. You wanted the slam dunk. You got it. Uh-oh.
Damn it.
Just a
Here we go.
12-point game. It's 78-66. Lil B and Fallness, you're 14 points away from a win. Any correct answer for Common and Schaefer, they win. Schaefer and Lil B. Take a look at the iPad. The password is accent. Lil B, you're down 12. You can make this very interesting here as you try to survive. You have the option. You want to go first or second?
First.
Lil B and Fallness for 10.
British.
England.
Schaefer and Common for 9 and the win.
Southern.
Accent.
They win.
Sorry. Well, it's been fun. Ah, the music already. Have a good day.
I know. Well, no, here's what I'll tell
Putting
you.
his gloves on.
He's out the door.
Here's what I'll tell you. I know most people don't like moral victories, but you should be delighted because
Yeah, I'm not.
you guys came back.
Yeah.
It was
Getting 66 with Fallness as your teammate. That's
You guys are very
quite
mean
an
to him.
accomplishment.
Very mean to
He's
him.
got great hair. He's got great hair. Come on.
I have TV hair.
Yes.
Suck at this game, but TV hair.
wild play again when?
Tomorrow, Hockey Day Minnesota.
That's right,
Common.
Hockey Day, Minnesota.
The nightcap for Hockey Day Minnesota, 7:45 pregame. We'll hit the air sometime 8:12 puck drop.
And then we have some Iowa Wild game coming up too.
Today
right?
in Hastings, I think Helvey's picking
Yes.
up in progress with Parker Fox.
Sweet.
Calling the
Very
game
good.
starting at 6 o'clock.
And then when do you grace the
See you at 5, 6, and 10 tonight.
very good. Little B, thanks.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.
We'll be back after this with a little distat lat. A 10 of B has got a keyword for us.
I do. The fan wants to give you a shot to win bonus bucks with our national cash contest. Just enter the keyword happy at KFAN.com now for a shot at winning. That keyword is happy. Enter now at KFAN.com.
Couple 13, 14 past. I'm Common East 10 of B. I think we mentioned this briefly earlier that I think the most interesting NFL news, other than the two games themselves tomorrow, are, you have to remind me, are these either of those games? Wild is on one time during one of the games, right? The Wild tomorrow night. I think we're only having one
Well,
game.
I mean, the football games won't be tomorrow. They'll be Sunday.
Or I meant Sunday. Is there something that's on? Because I kept hearing a promo for the AFC game, but not the NFC game. Or are we airing them both? Because I've heard a promo on the radio station. Yeah, the AFC Championship right here on this radio station.
It looks like we're airing both of them.
we are. Okay, very good. 2 o'clock is the AFC game, and then 5:30 is the NFC game. But the other interesting, the Buffalo Bills have suddenly become, I don't know if they're the laughing stock of the league, but as far as ownership goes, people are rolling their eyes, shrugging their shoulders, and shaking their heads. Their coach, boy, how soon we forget.
McDermott.
McDermott is fired after 9 seasons, in which during his 9 years as a head coach, I don't think anybody had a better combined record. Maybe one other coach, I don't recall. Team made the playoffs pretty near every year, if not every year. Now, again, they did fall short. I think, did he get them to 1 or 2 AFC championships? I think 2, right? And they fell short. They've not gotten to the big game. And so the owner decided that it was, and I think you mentioned yesterday that he publicly said, well, yeah, it was the Denver result that got him fired. That had they won that game, they might have stuck around. Who knows, had they lost this weekend to New England, maybe that would have got him fired. I don't know.
Looks like, yeah, you're right. 2 conference championships, both the Chiefs.
Yeah. And so when the game in which the Chiefs came back with 13 seconds to go, was that the conference championship or was that a divisional round game? I don't recall. I feel like that was a divisional round.
I thought that was, yes, that was divisional round in 2021. They lost 42-36 in overtime.
McDermott seemed to be one of those coaches, I mean, the players always say these things, so, they say them about most coaches. The coach has got to be a real Richard for players to go, you know what, didn't really like playing for him. He was a tyrant, whatever. Everybody seemed to like McDermott. And then they kept the general manager, and that was kind of the controversy thing, because you would think they're kind of tied at the hip, and GM's drafting hasn't been as good, and blah, blah, blah. Matter of fact, I think one of the things the owner said was, because they drafted some wide receiver who hasn't played very well, and they go, "Wow, the coach forced that on him. That wasn't my GM's decision." It's like, well, hey, that's I guess you can talk out of school if you want, but also it's like, well, is that the only pick that you can point to, right? So it's like, but the interesting thing is, and this might even be crazy, but now with the coach who he is, or the owner, it makes sense. Phil Rivers apparently is going to be interviewed for the head coaching job. And think about how Phil Rivers had a nice career. I think a little bit higher of him than you. I know you think he was good.
He had a fine career,
but I think he probably had a little bit better career than other people think. I thought he was a really good quarterback. One of those guys I really like. And comes out of retirement, coaching high school football with 5 weeks to go in the season, or 4, whatever it was, plays pretty good football. When the team was desperate, they ended up losing, though. It's a great story. Then everybody assumes he's going back to coach the high school team. Imagine what those high school kids must have been thinking when they saw their coach playing in the playoffs. But now it looks like he might get the job. If he's being interviewed for it, he might get the job as the head coach. And he's never been a head coach, I guess. He's never coached in the league at all. He coaches some kind of a kids team. I don't know if it's a high school team or it's middle school, whatever. And then we talked about this earlier. I'd love to see him name himself the backup quarterback. I just think it'd be so cool to have a coach actually as the backup quarterback, and then maybe get some time, even if it's not that you want Josh Allen to get hurt, but maybe it's mop up time late in the game. It'd be pretty cool. But whether Rivers gets the job or not remains to be seen. AFC, NFC championship games. Tennessee, let's talk a little bit about them, and then we'll do that on the other side of the break as the Common Man program here on the Fan. Past, I'm Common. He is Tennessee. Tennessee, question for you. What is the most important position, not only in football, but in all of sports?
I've heard from Notorious D.I.G., and I'd never thought about it until he brought it up. The quarterback position.
The quarterback position, and I tend to agree. The matchups this weekend are, I'm not going to use the word fascinating, but they're interesting, for sure. You have, in the late game, you have Matty Stafford. Looks like he is going to win his first ever MVP award at age 37. He's a one-time big game world champion with the LA Rams. His career's been well documented. Number 1 pick out of, I think it was Georgia. Isn't that where he played his college ball?
I think that's correct.
Played Georgia, taken by the Wobegon Motor City Kitties. he got the Kitties to 2 or 3 wild card playoff spots, but the Lions did nothing with those, and he never had a lot to work with. But good player, tough kid, traded to the Rams in a blockbuster for Goff and a whole slew of draft picks, and lo and behold, in his very first year under McVay and the Rams, they get to the big game. I've quoted him a couple of times with his quote about how he just loves the chess part. He just loves playing football. He loves the chess match with the defensive coordinator. The other side of the field, you got everybody's well versed in this town on Sam Darnold, 3rd pick overall several years ago with the Jets. Didn't play very well. Went to Carolina, didn't play very well. Studied under Shanahan and Brock Purdy. Had his opportunity here, and he was brilliant. And he, had the 2 games that didn't go very well. I keep hearing I got to say it again. I don't think the Rams game, the numbers weren't great, but the Detroit game was awful. We know that the Rams game, he didn't have a lot of help. You're sacked 9 times. It's not all on the quarterback hanging under the ball. You're getting no protection. Goes and he's had a great year now. So that's a decent matchup. I think, obviously, I think most people, and I will too, as much as I like the Darnold story, and I'd like to see Sam get to a big game. I think certainly the quarterback advantage Rams, right? I don't think anybody would argue with that until Sam takes that next step. His problem is he still turns the ball over a lot. You can now say he's won some big games because they won a really big game to clinch the division. They had to beat the Rams in that last game. I think, didn't they have a furious late game rally to beat the Rams in that last regular season matchup between the 2 teams? I think he had 4 tutties in that game. He played really well. And then last week, again, it was against a weakened San Francisco team, and he didn't do a lot in the game. It was pretty pedestrian numbers, but still he played well when he had to and made some nice throws. The other matchup...
They're in the conference championship, yes. So the quarterback's not holding them back.
That's correct. That is exactly right. The other matchup, you got the Drake May kid. Was he the 2 or 3 pick overall?
3. Behind Caleb Williams and Jaden Daniels.
And he's been everything you'd wanted Sam Darnold to be as a 3rd pick overall, right? It's gone a little bit better for Drake May than it did for Sam Darnold. He's been very good, though, again, he has a lot of help. That's a good defense there, this, that, and that. And he was going to face Bo Nix. Bo Nix, of course, we know that story, drafted 1 spot after, was it 2 spots after McCarthy. Vikings moved up. They could have drafted Nix, did not. Nix hasn't been brilliant. That defense again in Denver is really, really good. They have a good running game. I'm not going to call him a caretaker quarterback, and he's had but they've had some nice comebacks too, right? So he's a good quarterback. He's got a future, right? Then he's injured, breaks his ankle, 3rd time in his career, and now it's Stiddy. And you look at that matchup, and you would think, well, a guy that I think he started, is it 4 or 5 career games? He's 1-3 or 1-4. I think it's 1-3. Never been in a playoff game before. And you're thinking, even though May is young and Darnold is never, he's got the 1 playoff win, you're still looking at I think most people, including myself, looked at it originally as, well, this is a mismatch with the quarterback, with May and Stidham. And it may very well be, but The Athletic did a nice story on Stiddy. And if you remember what Sean Payton said after he announced that Nix was out, he goes, Stiddy, that's what they call him. Stiddy will be ready. And, well, of course you're going to say that. What's he going to say? I don't think Stiddy's got what it takes. We're going to be in big trouble. But.
Yeah, he started 4 games in his career.
4 games in his career. So he did scout team work for a high school before he went, when he was at Baylor or leaving Baylor. Here's what it says. 1 year after his scout team work in Midway, Stidham was the starting quarterback at Auburn as the team entered a daunting period of its SEC schedule with its eyes on a berth in the conference championship game. First up were the 2nd-ranked and undefeated Georgia Bulldogs. They were to be followed 2 weeks later by number 1 and also unblemished Alabama. As the quarterback prepared for what at that point were the biggest football games of his life, Wilson Appleton just remembered how unbothered by it. Appleton, a redshirt quarterback on that 2017 Auburn team. He said, he just handled the dynamics of the room really well. That showed up at moments like that in the football building. He could just make everyone laugh and relax. Then obviously when we got on the field, the talent was there. In those games against Georgia and Alabama, it felt like he didn't miss. Stidham completed 73% of his passes in back-to-back conference victories against 2 of the nation's best defenses. He accounted for 5 tutties in those wins and ran for 51 yards in the Iron Bowl victory against the Crimson Tide. Appleton said, he was put in a lot of high-pressure moments because we were playing for a shot to go play in the SEC championship game. It may not be as big a scale as the NFL, but in Alabama, it's as big of a scale as there is in college football. He just has a lot. He just has a lot of those same traits that those big game performers have. Just an enormous amount of confidence in those moments. Said Stidham and the Tigers lost the rematch to Georgia in the title game, but that 2-game stretch helped put Stidham on the NFL map. After finishing his college career with a 5-tutty performance in a bowl game win over Purdue, he was drafted in the 4th round. That put him in a quarterback room with Tom Brady. You've heard of him?
I've heard of him.
And so that put him in a quarterback room with Brady during the future Hall of Famer's final season in New England, in Josh McDaniels, the offensive coordinator at the time, who serves in that role. Here's what Stiddy said. Very appreciative of New England for giving me a shot in this league and drafting me. There are still front office guys who were there when I was there. I've only had 2 play callers in my life, Sean and Josh. So I'm super appreciative of them for sure, but I'm just really fired up to get this opportunity for the guys in the locker room. Says the Patriots brought in Cam Newton as a stopgap starter in 2020. They drafted Mac Jones in the 1st round in 2021. Stidham's opportunities were largely limited to training camp, the preseason, and spot appearances. But when McDaniel was looking for depth at quarterback during his first season as a head coach of the Raiders, he went with Stidham. And like they say here, Tenneby, it says Crosby's. Here's Max Crosby with the Raiders, right? I got to go against him in practice all the time because he was a scout look quarterback, and we got into it all the time. Because I can't help myself, I'm hitting the backup quarterbacks all the time. Stidham, the one thing I respected the most about him is he didn't back down whatsoever. He was talking bleat back to me. I was like, okay, I like this guy. I know I can go into a foxhole with him, and he's going to fight back. And it says Crosby's impression was solidified when Stidham made his first career NFL start in Week 17 of the 2022 season after Derek Carr was benched. Stidham threw for 365 yards, 3 touchdowns, and an overtime loss to San Fran, team that had ranked first that season in total defense and total scoring. So yeah, and again, that's a very small sample size. I get that, but in the one game he started against San Fran, being the best defense in football that year, statistically, he was brilliant. Had those games in college, which were high pressure games. So when they first say, and again, Stiddy could end up laying an egg, right? He could end up seeing ghosts and be like Sam Darnold was in that Detroit game 2 years ago to end the season. But I do know that after reading that story, it makes you go, well, maybe Sean Payton ain't just blowing smoke and doing the old, he'll be ready. This is one of those things, I've been waiting for this moment for all of my life. Maybe Stiddy will rise to the occasion. And he really doesn't have anything to lose, right? I mean, I guess you could say if he's brutal, he'll probably be a forever backup. What if he's brilliant? What if he plays really well and all of a sudden he gets to the big game, or even plays really well and loses, but it's really not on him? Or gets to the big game, wins, gets the big game, loses.
It's a good opportunity for him.
It's a great opportunity.
Yeah, he's got a chance to make some money off of this.
Make some big money off.
I was actually thinking that Sean Payton now has nothing to lose, right? Like, you go into this game, if they lose, no one's ever going to say, man, the coaching was bad in this one. They made a mistake there. Like, it's all going to be placed on, well, you got a backup quarterback thrown in. Whereas if you win, you are known as just this genius head coach that took this backup quarterback in a conference championship and led him to victory. Like, it's no lose for Sean Payton.
Dare I say they might start calling Sean Payton the quarterback whisperer.
Quarterback whisperer.
Maybe he'll be called the quarterback whisperer. So I
thought I'd heard his stats too with backup quarterbacks historically has been really good.
Yes, I saw that as well.
Is that you who said that, or I don't know?
But I heard that same thing. So, well, maybe I did say it, I just forgot because I may have read that because I did read that somewhere else. So, in other words, and again, I have no dog in the fight. I think both you and I were not big fans of Peyton because of the Bounty Gate thing. But Denver, New England doesn't matter to me. I don't really care who represents the AFC. But I do think now, where I thought for sure, even though Denver's at home, I still thought, well, New England's going to, and I guess that's why they are 4.5 point favorite. I think it's probably almost exclusively. They may have had, I don't know if maybe they'd have been a point favorite.
I think it was like a 6-point swing. Like it would have been 1.5 in favor of Denver.
Yes. And it's I got to think that's all because of the quarterbacks. But maybe this kid will surprise us. And so I'm kind of looking forward to the game and seeing and I'll be pulling for him again. You know, I don't know him, but I just think it's another one of those stories that's easy.
When you have a really good defense and you're playing at home, you always have you have a chance.
Yeah.
And then combine that with a really good offensive line that's going to give Stidham the best punt, right? For all I know, in Stidham's previous stops, right? Like his first 2 career games were for Las Vegas. I'm guessing he didn't have this quality of offensive line. And his last 2 were for Denver, but that was, a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
This offensive line's really, really good.
Yeah. So I think if I am a Denver fan, look, it's not good to lose your starting quarterback in a winning effort in the divisional round of the playoffs. No. But again, Nix is a good player, and I think he's got a bright future. But again, it wasn't like he was brilliant every single time he went out there and played, right? And now you get this kid. I mean, it's sort of like, this might be a bad comparison. 9 won everywhere he was. It's not that Stiddy's won everywhere he was, but he had those those are some pretty big time performances in pretty big games in SEC play. And then the nice game against the 49ers. So in big starts, he seems to have played pretty well. Now the other game, by the way, I can't remember. I don't remember who you took in spread swing, but
I took the Rams.
First game though, the Patriots.
I took Denver.
Do you take point spreads aside? Do you think Denver wins that game?
I mean, the 4.5 points helps when you're doing spread swing.
Right.
I think it's
but take away spread swing. What do you think?
I think Denver, New England's pretty unpredictable.
Yeah.
Right. We can come on the air and act like, well, I'm a sports talk radio guy. I'm supposed to know exactly what's going to happen. But when you're throwing in a backup quarterback, you have no idea what's going to happen. And frankly, New England, to a certain extent, right? Like it's hard for them to know what everything you've looked at on tape. You don't know if they're going to trot that back out again. I'm sure a lot of it's going to be the same, but they're going to play around Stidham's strengths or try to avoid his weaknesses and flaws. So even for New England, like they're going to be learning new things, I think, early on in this game. So it's kind of unpredictable, but like I said, Bo Nix is kind of a game manager to begin with. He's made some big plays in fourth quarters, don't get me wrong, but he's a guy who's just kind of throwing short passes and they're moving the chains, and that's what you're going to expect out of your backup quarterback. Anyway, I don't think it's that big of a difference between, and I might be proven wrong on Sunday, but between Bo Nix and Jarrett Stidham. I just think it's a very good place to play with the defense and the offensive line and a great offensive-minded coach. I think it's a favorable position to quarterback in.
And if you believe what I just read you, that Stidham's very confident, he's got leadership qualities, relaxed the college quarterback room, and he's played pretty well. Max Crosby says, I can go to the foxhole, this guy. I think it's better than a lot of other backup options. It's better than, and I love him, but it's better than, we got Max Brosmer going for us, right? Again, I love Max, and I'm not trying to rip Max, but I'm just saying I think there's a big difference here between the two. Now, the other quarterback matchup, going to be a hypothetical situation. I want you to put your Nostradamus cap on. Let's say late, or I guess it would be early evening in Seattle. There's 1 minute, 2 seconds to go. Seattle has the ball on their own 12-yard line. San Francisco leads the game. Los Angeles leads the game 20-14. Seattle's got the ball, their own 12, one timeout, 102. Do you think that, because they're not going to be able to do it with the running game, defense don't matter anymore, do you think old Sam Darnold has an arm, E-I-E-I-O, will be able to guide Seattle down the field and beat the Rams?
I think he can. If I had to choose between him or Matthew Stafford doing it, I would choose Matthew Stafford. I think higher of Stafford than Darnold, but Darnold is very capable of doing it. Yes. I wish I remember where I saw the stat, but for both games total, I saw a stat that the top 4 defenses this season in terms of pressure from the interior defensive line are the 4 teams that are remaining right now. Denver, New England, LA, and Seattle.
They have what'd you say? They have
The top 4 defenses in terms of
top 4
pressure from your interior defensive line. And they're all in the Final Four. And we tried to address that last year, but I don't think it went too well.
Games are, Tennessee would like to say they're one in the trenches.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Darnold's very capable of doing it.
Yeah.
He's a good quality quarterback. His talent's never been argued.
Right.
He's got the big frame. He can make all the NFL throws.
What does he have hanging from his...
He just had to overcome some mental, psychological stuff and also needed some help around him. And it appears as if he's gotten to that point.
What do you think he has hanging from his right shoulder?
A howitzer?
I think he does. So the Athletic put together their group of experts. And I think the way they wrote this, it's not just their writers. Because, writers are, Tennessee, I don't think you and I are NFL experts just because we're, like you say, we host a talk show, sports talk show. I don't think we're experts. I think most people that listen would realize that. But it says NFL Insider playoff predictions. Coaches, execs, pick AFC, NFC championship games. I think these are all those requesting anonymity to speak freely because I don't think I think probably GMs don't like, and execs don't like picking one team publicly and then having them lose. I don't know why, but anyway.
Bulletin board material.
Yeah, there you go. Their expert picks, there's 9 people selecting. 6 pick the Seahawks, 3 pick the Rams. Does that surprise you?
No, I mean the point spread is 2.5 in favor of Seattle. Yeah. They're playing at home in front of the 12s. They have the rest advantage. They didn't rest last week, but they had the day out, the week off before. LA's had to travel to 3 different places now.
But Sam Darnold, Tennessee, he saw ghosts against Detroit, remember? How can you trust him? The other game, they're experts. Now, for some reason, they have a panel of 10 on this one. Was the other one 9? Is that what I said? Was it 6 and 3? For some reason, they had an extra person in this one. 9-1 in favor of the Patriots. There's only one of their experts picking the Broncos. Yep. Only one believes in Stiddy. There's only one guy. Well, if they would ask me, it'd be 9-2 because I'm going with Stiddy. I want Stiddy to win. And again, I like Drake May and Vrabel is all that, in England we love, blah, 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 blah. Plus also, hasn't that franchise won enough? I know these are different players and these are different coaches. It's not Belichick, Brady, and all those guys. Gronk. But that franchise has enough trophies. The
city has enough trophies.
The city has enough.
Remember they had that stretch where all 4 of their teams were winning?
Yeah.
You had the Brady, the Boston Bruins had a couple.
Correct.
Boston Celtics. That's when the Red Sox finally overcame. Yes. David Ortiz.
Yeah, they've got enough.
They've had enough.
They've had plenty. So I'm rooting for Denver, and I got a soft spot in my heart for.
I'm cheering for Matty Ice. I know you want Darnold.
I want Darnold.
You've always been a Matty Ice guy. It must be a little conflicting for you.
Well, I brought this up earlier, and you were probably just waiting for your turn to talk. When he first left Detroit, I was very much on his side. I made that bet in Vegas that he would win the MVP and they'd win the big game. He didn't get the MVP, but they won the big game, and Matty Ice made me $700. But he's far enough removed now from Detroit, and his hat is that now it's like, okay, he's been gone 4 or 5 years. I mean, I don't dislike him, but I just like the Darnold story. Let Darnold have his day in the sun. So yeah, I guess we're at odds there.
Like when Kevin Garnett left for Boston, it was great to watch him in the first one. If we would have won like 2 and 3, I'd be like,
I got you there.
I'm done with it now. Could have done that here.
You know what? Thanks for having me.
Hey, great job.
You as well. We enjoyed our visit with you. Stay warm out there. We'll be back Monday at 12 noon. Stick around. Big Ticket JG there next year on The Fan.
And good night, Mrs. Calabash, wherever you are.
Later. Listen back to any of Common Man's programs by podcasting on the iHeartRadio app or KFAN.com.